Jeff Hardy, guys, has come out and buried AEW Rampage, and let's see what he has to say. Because Jeff Hardy, the headline is, it's kind of the B show, and hopes to be elevated back to Dynamite. So here we go. He was doing an interview though with Muscle Man Malcolm. Jeff Hardy commented on his AEW Rampage appearances since returning to television. It's a constant battle for me to elevate myself back to the Dynamite show. Hopefully, eventually. Rampage is kind of the B show, but you just go out there and give the people what they want and get their money's worth. Naturally, the ultimate goal is for myself and Matt is the AEW World Tag Team Championships. We were so close before. I got myself in a hell of a mess I got myself into. And now that I'm coming out of that, it's within reach. We're using the Rampage moments to hopefully, eventually, create huge Dynamite moments. End of quote. Quote courtesy of Jeremy Lambert. And I think it's a sad day. Let's just take the fact that, he's a recovering addict at the equate. It's the Hardy Boys, and they can't even get a spot on Dynamite. Surely they would even be better used on Coalition. Surely, I honestly do not understand any of this whatsoever. Why the Hardy Boys cannot get a spot on one of the top two shows? They want to keep Jeff Hardy doing on the brand because he was a junkie and he jobbed it on them. What? I honestly don't understand that logic. They fucking need Jeff Hardy. The guy came out recently and said that he would like one more World Championship run. I mean, he's not getting any younger. He's 45. He's 46 in August next month. At the end of the day, I think Jeff Hardy could give you maybe a couple of years at best. Because let's be real, he's slowed down a hell of a lot, which is fair enough. I mean, the amount of spots he's gave us over the years. Fair play to Jeff Hardy. He's a legend for obvious reasons. Some mental, iconic moments across loads of companies. So, I'd give him a world title shot, but fuck me, man. How's he going to ever get a world title shot or a world title run when he can't even get onto the main show? So, I think it's sad that Jeff Hardy can't do that. Matt Hardy did come out recently and talk about the fact that they were about to get the tag team championships, but then that's when Jeff ran into his problems. That was about, 15 months ago? 14 months ago? So, I guess you could just blame that. But apparently, moving in, talking about Rampage, so Jeff Hardy, he accepts it's the B show, and just to confirm it's the B show, low television viewership for AEW Rampage seemingly led to the creation of a new faction in the company. During an appearance on the Chris Jericho podcast, QT Marshall talked about his transition from the Factory faction to his current group, QTV. And this is a long quote. We did an episode of Rampage that was the lowest drawn Rampage of all time. I was in the main event. I will say this, the main event did really well, but it was just overall a very poorly rated Rampage. And Tony called me and said, hey, I think you're not presented as a huge star. Oh, aye, because who is in this fucking trailer park company, man? And then you're not leading a bunch of stars, so maybe it's time to disband. Let's come up with a new idea. Someone pitched Just Joe from WWE, And it's like, oh man, I don't want to ever be another joke. I want to do something fun. I just said, what can we come up with? And then Tony said, have you ever seen the movie Popstar? I said, no. He said, well, if you look at that, they make fun of TMC. He showed me the clip. And he loved the clip. And I said, okay, this was all supposed to be at the end. The payoff was going to be that it was all stuff about Will Hobbs. We buddy everyone else. It would end up being I was with Powerhouse Hobbs. That's what was supposed to start. But then when Wardlow match happened, everything just kind of got Hobbs versus Wardlow in Hobbs' hometown in San Francisco. It was like, what do we do? And then it was kind of like, QT, we're going to put you with him now. I was like, okay, let's do it. So then we had to kind of go backwards. And our solos had always been solo. So he's always someone I can count on. He's professional. And when we originally thought about using the other guys, it was like we need a female who can make it. A couple of names came up when I spoke to a couple of different people. I remember Haley Cameron from doing dark music stuff, and I was like, yeah, she just seems like a lot of personality. So I talked to Tony, and Tony was like, yeah, let's give it a shot. So we're going to film a bunch of vignettes, just without any contracts or anything like that all of a sudden. And then all of a sudden, this thing happened. So it was like, hey, you start on TV next week. Gee, that was a painful. That was an absolutely painful read, guys. Holy shit. Imagine coming up with QTV as the answer to the lowest ratings on Rampage. I fucking guarantee you the ratings haven't went up since then, so I really don't understand the logic there. But anyway, guys, Rampage sucks. Jeff Hardy's right. Haley Cameron's at the door, and that's where Fog Wrestling, sorry, it's going to sign out. Make sure you check out Fog Football. We review all the American football, don't we? Even though it's the off season. But anyway, guys, leave your thoughts down below, and until next time, peace.